I claim to be the real world's champion, and I do that by saying I will go into any promotion and we can cut a deal, and I can work with someone, I'll wrestle someone. And so that's the same principle with the Crockett Cup. We said, we don't care if they're our guys, we just want the best guys. Like, we want the most interesting, compelling mix of talent to create a cool show that is different to anything else anyone has seen.
Well, you've piqued my interest with the slight teaser that we've talked about for the Crockett Cup. Have they announced any way to watch that yet? Do you know? Is it going to be on Fight TV, I would assume?
Yes, it's going to be on Fight TV and probably on Honor Club too, because it's a co-presentation between Ring of Honor and the NWA.
Well, that's good news. Make sure you get your Fight TV subscription, actually Honor Club subscription, April 27th. Not going to miss it. Listen, I also want to talk about, you brought it up, the Superstar Body, the book that you had just recently come out with, detailing, a fitness journey, a diet, a lifestyle. Is that something you have made Marty Scurll privy to in defense of your upcoming title?
I'll tell you someone who did buy the book, and I know for a fact bought the book and it helped him out tremendously, was Pete Dunn.
Really?
There's a bit of interesting information for you. Yeah, I had seen Pete Dunn and kind of, made a little mental note, he's good, and then I came back to England because, I came back again about 6 months later, and I saw him again, and he'd really bulked up. And I said to Andy Quilden and Marty at the time, Pete Dunn's he's really bulked up, eh? He looks much better than the last time I saw him. And they both started giggling and going okay, whatever. And I was like, what do you mean? And I said, no, I'm serious. And they were like, oh, he was just telling everyone that he bought your book. We thought that we thought you were gloating kind of thing. I was like, no, I didn't know that. And then he said, he told, people asked him about how he bulked up and stuff, and he's like, actually, I bought Nick Aldis's book. So
that's awesome. You gave yourself a plug without even knowing it.
It worked. Yeah.
Where can everybody find the book?
Well, superstarbodybook.com if you want a signed copy, because I have a bunch in my inventory, so I can sign it and send it to you. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere good books are sold.
And while we're plugging merchandise here, make sure to go to ProWrestlingTees.com. The National Treasure champion shirt you have is probably my favorite pro wrestling shirt right now.
Oh, really? Thank you.
It is awesome. Make sure you go to ProWrestlingTees.com, type in Nick Aldis, find the merch on there. It's got some really good stuff. WrestleCon weekend is coming up, WrestleMania weekend. Will you be appearing at WrestleCon at all?
At WrestleCon, unlikely.
Or that weekend that is 12 shows or 20 shows in 3 days up here in New York?
I've had some strong inquiries from some promoters who obviously want title matches, and we're debating. We're just kind of, because obviously Ring of Honor has the big show at the Garden. So we're just sort of assessing the possibilities and what's going on, and before we make any sort of concrete commitments.
Awesome. Well, Joe and I are going to be there that weekend, so if you do decide, let us know so we can get tickets ahead of time. Right now, we're going to be at Ring of Honor, definitely, but let us know we're going to be that weekend. I'd love to see the NWA World's Heavyweight title defended somewhere.
I don't think I can resist the idea of walking into Madison Square Garden with 10 pounds of gold, so...
I can't picture a better way to spend my weekend.
I'd be the first. I'd be the first man since Harley Race to do that if I was to do that.
And when you talk about lineage of a title, that's the answer to a trivia question at some point. So,
well, and speaking of Harley Race, I'll be wrestling at Harley Race's promotion next weekend in Missouri, just outside St. Louis, and that's his Night of Champions 4. And Tommaso Ciampa, the NXT champion, will be there also. So there's going to be there might potentially be an interaction between the NWA World's Champion and the NXT champion.
God, it's such a cool time to be a wrestling fan. It is awesome right now. Where can people follow you online on the social media, find out when you're going to be, where you're going to be, and follow that 10 pounds of gold?
On Twitter, at Real Nick Aldis. That's also, if you search that on Facebook, you can find my page. And then on Instagram, I'm just at Nick Aldis.
At Nick Aldis. Well, Nick, National Treasure, we thank you so much for your time stopping by the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast. We wish you nothing but the best of luck, and we hope to see you Madison Square Garden WrestleMania weekend.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
Take care. Have a great night.
All right. Bye-bye.